Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. It's me, KiaSimone, and child, the aunties is fighting in Atlanta. This was quite the drag, okay? Let's get into it. Before we do, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And I like that this is becoming a regular part of my greeting. I just want to say that. I want to give a shout out to my super thanksers. Shout out to Plum, to Yvette Greer, to Faye Coleman, and to Tanya Fuller. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate y'all. Let's just get into it, because child, this. They about 2 insults from ending up in the Jamrock jailhouse, child. Just, let's go. So the episode opens up with their little opening shots. Todd has given up drinking in exchange for depression. Sheree is working on She Is Not Conservative by Sheree. Marlo is preparing for her nephews to come back. And then we go to Kenya at home packing to get ready to go to Jamaica. And Drew FaceTimes her. She's getting her lashes done. And while I'm waiting, we might as well go ahead and drag this heifer. They just absolutely drag Sanya and her Dollar Tree party for filth. How dare this call us over here with these balloons she done got from the Dollar Tree and these damn frozen section hors d'oeuvres. Child, it was terrible. Kenya said going forward, she needs to get better decor, get a caterer, or hire me. So while they're talking, Kenya tells Drew, I may not have a +1 like I originally planned because my cousin who was supposed to come with me is sick. So Drew is all, oh my God, what are you gonna do? Kenya said, I'm going on the trip by my damn self and I'm gonna have me a good time anyway. And I'm gonna stay a few extra days with my family after you heifers leave to celebrate my birthday. I'm gonna have a good time. I don't give a damn she's sick. I'm going to be fine because single don't mean desperate. I said, Kenya, you better preach. Single is a season of your life. It's only a sentence when you can't stand to be with yourself. So we move on to Sanya and Ross's house where they are at home training, getting ready for the trip to Jamaica. And their trainer happens to be Sanya's sister's husband, who also happens to be Ross's college best friend. Child. So they're talking about the trip, and Sanya is asking Ross, is he concerned about everybody being able to get along? And he's like, no, I'm going to go off with the guys and do some fun stuff. You won't have to fend for yourself with them crazy ass women. That's on you. Now, Sanya is nervous to be going out of the country on a business trip with the 2 Live crew. And so she will, I don't smoke weed, but I hope some of these ladies do, so they can stay calm. Didn't you just tell these heifers they was going to jail? They was going to jail in Jamrock if they was smoking the trees. Didn't you just tell them that in the last episode? Now you just, girl. Sanya just says whatever comes to her mind. So we move on to Drew and Ralph's house, where Drew and Ralph are sitting around talking. And Ralph insists on turning on the AC. Well, Drew doesn't want it on, but Ralph said, hell no, because I don't feel like your wig lifting around here. I said, well, I'll be damned. Ralph got to be the shadiest husband. Drew said it has happened before, so she can't be mad at the man. The man is just working from experience. He don't feel like her melting around this bitch. And Ralph starts dropping hints anyway about liking natural hair and, because I can run my fingers through it. I like when you don't have your wigs and stuff on. Drew said, no, come run your fingers through this good 613 right here. Come touch it. It's real. It just ain't grow out my scalp. I paid good money for this. So they start talking about the upcoming trip to Jamaica, and Drew brings up that this will be a good time for Ralph to discuss his upcoming book with the group, especially Marlo, because his book is supposed to be about co-parenting and being a step parent and how to cope with all of the changes associated with that. And Marlo could really benefit from that type of information. Ralph said this would also be a good opportunity for us to talk about Josiah, who is their son. Josiah is Drew's biological son and Ralph's stepson by marriage, but of course he sees him as his own. So Drew brings up this issue that they have, which is that when they got together, the original plan and promise that Ralph made was to adopt her son. Well, that was the plan until he had a conversation with the child's biological father. Once he became aware that the child's biological father did have some desire to be able to have a relationship with his child at some point, even if he was incapable at that time, he decided that he wasn't comfortable moving forward with legally adopting the child and taking this father's rights from him. But he said that he would always be there for Josiah, whether his biological father is in the picture or not. But Drew does not understand that change of plans. It does not make sense to her. Ralph tries to explain to her that based on his own experience as a son with his own father, he does not want to infringe on this man's ability to come back and try to recover a relationship with his child at some point. And quite honestly, I think it's a respect thing, man to man. I think once he sat down, man to man, and had a conversation with this man, looked this man in the face, and, understood that maybe this man is not in the position to be the kind of father he needs to be, and I am better suited to stand in the gap for him. Maybe he decided that I'm not going to take advantage of that by stripping him of his rights. And I respect that. Now, this is where it starts to get real murky for me, because they move on to having a conversation about the actual book that Ralph is writing. Well, the book is about his experience as a step-parent, advice on co-parenting, the mistakes that they made as a couple, but Drew is not privy to any of what has been written thus far. So Ralph's publisher comes by, who happens to be a Black female publisher, and she's talking to them about the book and the next steps that they're taking, because apparently this book is written and ready to go. Well, Drew has never been allowed to read any draft of this book. She has no idea what's in it. And it feels to me like she's trying to be supportive, but she feels blindsided. So she wants to know, what is discussed about our marriage and our son and our mistakes. I'm going to be finding out right along with the rest of the world what you think about me and our marriage and this whole experience. And they're giving her these vague answers about, it's really dedicated to fathers. It's more about lessons learned, things like that. Now, they won't tell the girl what's in the book, but then have the audacity to ask her to write the foreword. For what? She wants to know because naturally she feels very vulnerable. You're getting ready to share with the entire world what you won't share with me, and I don't know what you're going to tell them. You might be getting ready to tell them you hated it. I don't know what you're getting ready to say. And how am I supposed to feel? And then on top of you not being willing to share with me what's in the book, you're going to ask me to write the foreword for a book I'm not privileged to actually read? And I believe from what Drew was saying in the confessional, she declined it. She said, it's a nice gesture, but I can't in good faith write a foreword knowing I don't know what's in this book. It's very manipulative of Ralph, because having Drew write the foreword is to make it appear as though she puts her stamp of approval on anything he said in this book. So he's going to have her blindly sign off on all this foolishness. I don't know what in the pretty woman hell you get ready to tell these people about me. So we move on and we see everybody heading to Jamaica. They're up first thing in the morning, and Sanya and Ross are headed out first. Well, Ross forgot his passport and has to catch an Uber from Marlo's house back to their house to get his passport to get to the airport. And Marlo gets on the Sprinter with her florist as her +1. Girl. Kenya's +1 canceled on her, so she is on the trip solo because YOLO. Well, as soon as they arrive in Jamaica, They get on the bus to head to their accommodations, and Sanya starts right in on the +1 situation. Well, Miss Kenya, what happened to your +1? And Kenya said, well, she got sick, and so I'm -1. Well, Sanya is in the confessional talking trash about, well, first Kenya was sick, now her +1 is sick. Girl, did you ever have a +1? Now, didn't you just sit down in this girl's face in the very last episode talking about how you weren't trying to make an issue of the +1 thing, and you didn't want to make her feel like she had felt in her marriage and all that stuff? Let me tell you something. People kill me when they like to try to shame somebody for not having a +1 when your +1 is stressing you clean the hell out. Like, girl, your +1 might have a +1. Your +1 is demanding another +1. Your +1 ain't helping with the +1 y'all had, and you worry about me not having a +1. Baby, I got peace. That's my +1. Don't worry about me. Worry about you. So after Sanya has harassed Kenya about not having a +1, they go around and play a game for everyone to introduce their +1. So Kandi, of course, has Todd. Marlo has Adrian the florist. And Todd can't figure out how to pronounce it, but he damn sure got the nerve to ask. Is y'all Potomac or however you say it, you know what I mean? Platonic Todd. So Marlo is trying to, he's my friend. No, we're just good friends. Homeboy is in the background talking, well, this time I thought we was lovers, but I guess I'm just the florist. Okay. You will not be a damn secret. I know that's right. Homeboy said you will not be lying to these people saying I'm the help. No, ma'am. So Monyetta introduces her husband, Heath. Monyetta got her some cream to go in her coffee. That's a fine-ass white man. You hear me? Me who? Her ex don't damn matter, because her next, I'll be damned. Her latter days shall be better than her former, because that's a fine-ass man. And Drew has Ralph. So they arrive at the hotel, and they appear to have beautiful accommodations. They have gifts and things in their rooms waiting for them. So everybody is very pleased, and they feel like Sanya is definitely starting to make up for that backyard boogie of a birthday party she threw. Well, when the company paying for it, this is how it goes. Yeah, she didn't have the company card when she threw that party. The company had charged all this to their account. That party was something different. So on the way to their rooms, Kenya spots her man, and she said, well, I'm in Jamaica, and the spirit of Stella is alive. So, hey, how you doing? They whipped a U-turn. Sanya said, Ross, mind your business for a minute. I got to run this play for my girl. So she runs the play, talks to the guy on Kenya's behalf while she sits there and bats her eyelashes. Kenya and the guy exchange numbers and plan on getting together later. Kandi want them to hurry up because Sanya got all the room keys and she is hangry. And Marlo is off to the side talking shit. Just mind your damn business. So Sanya starts handing out room keys, and she tells everybody she's giving out rooms according to how nice they've been. So the nicer they've been to her, the better a room they're getting. Well, Kenya done cursed her out 1 or 2 times, and Kenya don't give a damn because Kenya is in the corner texting this new man. Girl, I'm just waiting on y'all and these damn cameras to leave so I can get my damn groove back. I don't give a damn what y'all talking about. Just give me any damn key. I ain't gonna be in there too long anyway. So they're all in their rooms and they're getting ready for dinner, and Kenya's new friend comes by. He's gonna be her dinner date for the evening, and they decide to have a little drink before they leave. Kenya said, she thinks he's a really nice guy, and she thinks she's pretty good at judging character. And then Bravo flashback every relationship she's had in the last decade that proved that is absolutely incorrect. Your picker is broke. So they get to the dinner table and they decide to toast to Kenya's new date and hoping that they get to spend the entire weekend together. And so while they at it and they toasting and talking, they decide to, hey, how old is you? We just trying to make sure she don't end up looking at a welcome to Jamrock jailhouse sign. So they guessed anywhere from 28 to 32, and he happened to be 37. Well, Kenya is in her early 50s, and the producer said, well, Kenya, I thought you said you don't date younger men. Kenya said, you're going to have to walk that back because the devil is a lie. I take them anywhere from 30 to 60. That's a damn lie. I don't take them young. They started running out when old girls started asking him, well, I have a question. Boxers or briefs? See, I'm gonna curse your ass out. I don't play that game. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is why I don't even play that. Let's do a question and answer with my date game, because you just gonna hop, skip, and jump all across my boundaries, and I'm whoop yours. Don't play with me. So Sanya changes the subject and she asks Marlo how the boys are doing. And Marlo, I don't want to talk about that. Not right now. Not right now. Maybe later, maybe tomorrow, but not now, not here. So since Marlo don't want to talk, Sheree picks up the baton and she asks Ralph, well, how's the book coming along? Ralph says, well, it's a book about co-parenting because as everyone knows, I am the stepdad to Drew's son, but I see him as my own. And immediately Marlo starts in with her sarcastic bullshit. Congrats on adopting him because you're gonna adopt him, right? So Ralph responds by saying, well, I can't logically adopt him knowing that his father wants to be a part of his life. And Marlo, hold on, wait a minute. Well, Drew, did you know that? So Drew says, well, I know that he wanted to adopt Josiah until he had a conversation with Josiah's bio father, who explained that it would break his heart. Honestly, I think the conversation between Ralph and the bio dad makes sense. And I can understand and agree with Ralph's position. I guess what I'm trying to understand is what is the urgency with having Ralph to actually legally adopt the child? Because the fact is, you can't change who his biological father is. You can't change his bloodline. You can't change that. So what is the urgency? Especially if this man is married to you and is in the household. He is an active father to this child, takes care of this child like his own, loves this child like his own. I'm trying to understand what the sense of urgency is. So as Drew and Ralph are explaining their position, Marlo had the audacity to say, how could you do that? I've been a foster child. What do you mean you're going to adopt me and then you're just not? How could you do that? I have never yelled, girl, shut the so loud in my life. The heifer who just threw her nephews out is So this heifer is in the confessional talking about how, I was a foster child and there aren't many foster parents that would love you like their own. And I don't want little JoJo growing up feeling like he's less loved than his other two siblings because Ralph didn't adopt him. It's just hitting too close to home for me. You damn right it's hitting too close to home for you. You damn Skippy. First of all, it's hitting close to the home you just put your nephews out of. So the same concern that you have for JoJo, you need to have for William and Michael. That's where your concern needs to be. Secondly, Marlo is an agent of chaos. She's literally trying to plant the seed that this child is any less loved. This child is not any less loved because he was not legally adopted. I am one of 3 siblings. I am from my mom's first marriage. My siblings are from my mom's second marriage. I am no less loved. So this child is not less loved because the stepfather is trying to be diplomatic and respectful of the biological father's rights an opportunity to rebuild with his son at some point in the future. Marlo is full of shit. Now you worried about their son not feeling loved while you on vacation once again, while your nephews are still displaced from your home. Girl, please go to hell. And lastly, this is not a foster parent situation. This is a situation where the child is in the care and custody of the biological mother and stepfather, and they are in discrepancy about how to legally approach the matter. This is not a foster parent situation where this child is being moved around and made to feel like they're not wanted. I just don't like the idea that Marlo would plant that seed that this child is any less loved because of paperwork. That's just not fair. And so Drew tries to keep up the united front and defend Ralph by saying, well, you know, Marlo, there is no blueprint, and we're figuring out how to really approach this. And Marlo's miserable, low vibrating S is carrying about, so you're okay with it, Drew. You're okay with him saying that he's gonna adopt your son and then not. You're okay with that. Just when I thought I was gonna lose my natural mind, here comes Kandi. Kandi spoke up and spoke on it. Thank you. Kandi said, I'm sorry. This is just weird to me. Can you say, yeah, this is weird. Kandi said, it's weird to me that you would be going this hard about this situation when you got your own situation. And Marlo says, well, I'm hurt. I thought you would be hurt too. I'm surprised you're not. That's just nuts. So Ralph tries to explain to Marlo that this is not a situation of abandonment or neglect, or a child being made to feel that he's not wanted. In all actuality, the situation is that Josiah has two fathers, and I'm helping him to navigate that. Marlo says, so you mean like what you would do for Michael and William, like be their friend but not make anything official, you know. I'm not going to claim you on my taxes, you're not my responsibility, that type of thing. What? How, Sway? How? How is this man not taking on the responsibility of the child when he is married to the child's mother, lives in the home with the child, and is a parent, a primary parental role to this child? How? Kandi asked her the exact same thing. How? When this child lives with him, how is he not taking responsibility for the child? What are you talking about, girl? When Marlo couldn't make sense of the foolishness, she starts attacking Kandi. Marlo said, well, I was a foster kid, and so what's weird to me doesn't have to be weird to you. It's weird to me that your mama comes before your man. What? Let me tell you something about Marlo. Marlo is literally evil. And you have to be careful about dealing with somebody like Marlo. Because Marlo will make you hurt her feelings. Marlo will cause you to reach down into a lower version of yourself and bust her damn head. Because see, I just know. I'd have gotten on the elevator and said, oh, you going low? Well, go ahead and hit the button to hell, because here I go. And told her, well, baby, I'm sorry your mama's men came before you. But over here, the difference is I don't have to sleep with the man to take care of my mama. I have things that I can give to my mama and still have my man. But that's what happens when you work and have talents and you can do things and have a man that can be seen in public and not just a damn John. That's why when they sent the wine bottle over, you thought it came from John. You ain't tapped out of work mode yet, girl. You're supposed to be on vacation. Did John send you money before you left? But all Kandi said is, you need to worry about your own situation and take all your own advice. That's what you need to do. Yeah, me too. Because I was going to curse her ass out. So now that Marlo done gone losing Isaiah hard for Drew's son, Kandi said, well, don't you find it weird that you just threw your nephews out? You don't find that weird at all? Nothing? Don't bother you at all? Marlo said, hell no. You don't think it's weird you made your man feel belittled because of your mama? Girl, God, Kandi, fight back. Now, Todd sitting over there looking like he buying this shit. Like, yeah, well, yeah, I'm gonna just eat my food because she ain't lying now. I jump in when she lie, but she ain't lie yet. So, help your wife. And this heifer had the nerve to be in the confessional carrying on about how dare Kandi bring this situation up in front of the entire group, and half of these people didn't even know what was going on, and this situation is killing her, and kids are off limits. How dare you? This is out of her mind. So back at the table, Marlo starts to throw in Kandi's face, well, you took in 2 of your nephews, and then she stopped when she realized that exhibit is not going to work in your defense. And Kandi jumped right on it. Kandi said, you right. And they are grown men. And to this day, I am there for them. So what is you saying? Marlo said, well, yeah, that's because you used to taking care of the whole damn village. I said, well, good. Damn. Kandi, call some regulators. Mount up. Windmill committee. Somebody fight back. Marlo said, yeah, you take care of a man. Girl, I'd have told her, listen, I'd rather be the village provider than the village prostitute. Don't play with me. You better leave me alone. But you know, Kandi ain't quick on her feet. So Kandi said, well, you're not going to disrespect my husband. You trying to disrespect my husband while he's sitting right here? Girl. Y'all are so far past disrespect, it's not even funny. You missed the exit on disrespect. This is a drag. Marlo said, your mama said it and you never corrected her, so is your mama a liar? That's where I would have drawn the line. See, this is about to fly because you ain't going to drag me, my man, and my mama in one breath. That's what you not going to do. But this is Aquarius energy. I'm trying to tell y'all that she's unleashed. Kandi said, I don't take care of Todd, and I never did. Todd always had a great job. Let me say this in Todd's defense. When Todd and Kandi got together, Todd was working with the production for this show. Todd was a 6-figure earner who was taking care of himself. And per Kandi's story from way back when they got together, Kandi talked him into quitting his job so that they could build some empire together. That's the story I recall. So, all in all, the man was gainfully employed. He was successful and taking care of himself when they met. Now, Kandi had more than him? Yes. Did he quit his job when they got together? Yes. Did it upgrade his lifestyle? Yes. But the man had his own stuff. Let's just call a thing and be fair. Now back to the fight. So Kandi starts trying to dismiss her and says, you know what? She's trying to get under my skin and I'm not about to let her. So now Marlo starts trying to drag Kandi for working all the time. But you can't be a good mom and a good wife and you always working. Don't you work harder than everybody at the table? So now all the women are looking at her like she crazy. Hold on, bitch. All us work. Multiple jobs. So, I don't know what you talking about. I know living like Lady Marmalade affords you to not have to do anything, but we all have skills and talents and we use them. So, we gonna need you to shut up. So just like the little devil she is trying to divide and conquer, here goes Marlo trying to stroke Todd's ego after she done talked straight shit about the man. About Todd, you know I love you. You know I with you more than anybody else at this table. Well, Todd had been sitting down eating his food looking like he was going for the bullshit, but Todd popped up like Popeye. I said, well, here we go. Todd said, sit back, Kandi. I got this. And Todd's drag commences. Todd said, You know how you and I both know you repeating lies? Because you and I both know how you got in this circle. We know you didn't come in as anybody's friend. Marlo said, yes, I did. I was Phaedra's friend. He said, you's a damn lie. You bought your way into this damn circle. Well, yeah, wasn't she Kim Kardashian to Nene's Paris Hilton? Wasn't she supposed to be like Nene's stylist and stuff and was kind of trying to be everybody's friend to make her way in? Todd said, nobody was your friend. You bought your way into the circle, please. So when Todd starts exposing Marlo's little payola plot, Marlo starts making up that Todd was calling Kandi all kinds of country bumpkins when he met her and this, that, and the third. Now, I don't know why, but Kandi was going real hard to defend this and explaining how she and Todd didn't meet until the last day of the Africa trip. They talked all night, and so that's how she know she could have never even talked to him for him to say any of that and yada, yada, yada. Girl, you don't try to prove nothing to a liar. When this girl is just dragging you, fight back. And Todd is even low. I don't know where she's getting that from, because she never had a conversation with me. You know you never had a conversation with me. And they're explaining how he worked in production and he didn't even deal with them and yada, yada, yada. Nobody gives a damn. Finish her. Marlo is that he tried to talk to me first type of chick. He was calling you a country bumpkin because now that you can't divide and conquer and your seeds of division didn't work, now you're going to undermine her self-esteem. Now you're going to try to undermine the security in their relationship because you do see them keeping this united front. I wouldn't have dignified Marlo with a story. I'd have told her he's still with this country bred, cornbread fed ass. Don't worry about me, bitch. Worry about you and that escort program you're aging out of. Don't play with me. Don't play with me. So now Marlo hits Kandi with the gut punch. I don't know who you think you are. You ain't nobody. You only known in Atlanta. Kandi said, bitch, I'm worldwide. Child. This is where you lose it. When she insults your fame, this is the hill you want to die on. Okay, all right. I got it. Kandi said, first of all, remember when we were in Japan and we were doing karaoke? Remember we were able to pull up my songs in the karaoke machine in Japan? Not just the ones I sang, but the ones I wrote. Now who's local, bitch? Now Kandi is upset for real, because you can see Todd trying to hold her back. No, just calm down. It's all right. You know it ain't true. You know what she's saying don't make no sense. Just let it go. They just carrying on. Kenya's date got up and left. He said, you know what? Ain't nobody paying me to put up with this bullshit. I got paid for a day on this set to meet this lady and come to this dinner. And it's time for me to clock out. I got shit to do. And the episode comes to an end with Kandi saying, bye, lonely. And Marlo saying, bye, in denial. I said, Jesus. Just, could somebody please bring the check? Child, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. These people, it was just a lot. It was just a lot. I don't know why Kandi wouldn't fight back. I don't know why she didn't drag her for absolute filth. I don't know if it's a maturity factor. I don't know if she just need to be quicker than that. But Marlo would have had skid marks on her by the time I was done, the way I was going to drag that in the name of her nephews. Because, girl, go be the victim somewhere else. You got the nerve to be around here telling other people how wrong they are and what kind of a villain they are to these other children while you victimize the children in your very own family. Please go to hell. But now, that's it. That's all. I ain't got no more. Thank you so very much for coming down here listening to me and letting me get this off my chest, because, child, when I tell you I was in here screaming, shut up, and saying it with my chest, oh my God, yes. These people, yeah. Marlo had worked my nerves this week, for real. So thank y'all. I needed this. As always, please be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe if you have not already. And in the meantime, until next time, like every time, I love you and I mean it. Bye.